I think it's like this. Women have Vivica Fox to kind of not be like, and now got Clifton Powell to not be.
I ain't gonna go there because again,
Clifton Powell was in the news this week for his podcast appearance, which led to a very emotional outburst.
I come from a whole nother era than any of you Negroes is talking about. And I'm not saying I'm right, but most of this was laid on our parents' parents.
Yeah.
It's not your mother's fault. It's not your father's fault. It's not your fault. We were born into 450 years of post-slavery PTSD. I am 69, be 70 in March. I've just learned how to love. Our parents didn't know how to love. Their parents didn't know how to love. And if I could say anybody maybe had an edge, it was the women. That's why I celebrate Black women. I live with a psychiatrist, forensics detective, gangster, loving, who's just been patient with me to teach me how to love.
What age did you become monogamous?
Today. So when I hurt my girl, which I've done over and over, and I commend her for even being with me, I called one of my partners who was brilliant. He said, when you hurt somebody, where you leave them is where they stay.
Black women are tired. Everybody in here, several people have talked about going to counseling. Have that upon yourself. Stop waiting for a woman to tell you what you need to do. Take that upon yourself.
Let me address that real quickly. For me, I didn't know how to love.
Can I say one more thing? No, I have to say this, because another thing that happens is, too, you live your life for so long, and I'm not meaning no disrespect by this.
It's all right, just say it, bro.
But when you hit your 60s and your 70s, I want to be right.
Okay, but let me...
I want to live my life right. I want someone to take care of me and protect me. And that's what a lot of women have issues with.
Because I'm living it right now.
As I said, I said 60s and 70s.
Let me say this.
Don't overtalk me.
I'm going to overtalk you.
I'm good, but you're not going to disrespect me. Oh, I am. I do.
You don't know what the you're talking about.
Oh, I do. I do. I'm good.
You don't know what the you can't fix no shit unless you meet somebody on another level to help you elevate to understand. I'm not indicting anybody. I'm telling you what the shit is. You can't fix some shit that you don't know about, bro.
So that was Clifton Powell. I had a roundtable discussion.
Well, that'll show you we'll argue over anything. We will get into heated arguments over anything. Look.
I mean, that
heated argument, and
that touched him. If you felt how emotional his words was, he felt that personally. That's why when he said 69, 70, it triggered him, because it probably somebody close, dad, grandfather, whatever, probably did the same thing. So there two things can be true. The man said he's about 60, 70 years old. The young gentleman saying that it's too late. Who says that? Who says it whenever it's too late? If it took this man long enough to learn, he had somebody that was mature enough, patient enough to teach him, to show him where he was messing up at, and he was able to identify it and digest it and make the necessary changes. Who says it's ever too late?
Y'all ask a question, why don't men open up and be more emotionally available? Reasons. Exhibit 8 right here. You have this man open up about his past mistakes, and he was victimized for it by an emotional guy on the opposite side of him. And what's very funny is that y'all were praising the Justin guy, but what's very funny, while y'all were praising him, he is the same type of man as Clifton Powell. And how do I know? It's because he said he hasn't spoke to his father in over 6 years, and he don't give a damn about his family. Don't care what's going on with them, and don't care nothing about them. That's the same thing. He don't know how to love either.
Well, it's not too late, but I think in the case of Clifton Powell, he's full of shit. I mean, let's be honest, man. This man is like 70 years old talking about he's finding love.
Okay.
And blaming like the past.
He didn't blame the past.
Yeah, he did. He said he didn't know from the way he was raised. We're not responsible for our trauma. We are responsible for healing from it.
Okay, so
if you're out here at 70 years old, 60, 50, 40, cheating on your significant other, then you're not trying to figure out love. Because I understand he was on the road cheating on his wife. I get that comes with the life, but don't be crying about that shit at 69, 70.
And so when I was married at the height of my career, making a lot of money, I was out of my house maybe 80% of the time. And no marriage can survive if you're not giving it attention. And then there's all the other temptations on the road, the women, the gambling, the drinking, the partying, and before you know it, you're in divorce court. And that's really what happened.
69, 70.
He ain't crying about it.
You knew when
He
you were
telling his
out here.
truth.
You knew when you were out here cheating on your wife that it was wrong. You
And
can't
he took
sit here and talk
responsibility
about
for that.
Yeah, but at the same time, don't be talking about at 69, 70, you don't know love and you just finding it. He was on the road.
The question was asked. They asked him when was he able to identify and find love? He said now.
Now.
So again, who said when it's too late to learn something?
It's never too late, but when do you take responsibility?
He done taken responsibility. He didn't, when he was discussing that, he was giving content on how things can be taught. It's a learned behavior if you doesn't know that, hey, let me go to mental health. Cause let's keep it real. Mental health is not openly discussed amongst the black people.
Why? But again, that's the point. Why are your problems being everybody else's problems?
It ain't nobody else's problem.
As dude said in the clip, you got to work on yourself.
He did that. The question was asked
at
him.
69.
Okay, the question asked him, when did he learn to love? He said now.
60s.
Okay then, so what's the problem that he just learning now? That's what I'm trying to say. What's the problem? He just learning now.
What you been doing?
Remember, he just became monogamous that day.
This is a reactive.
He just became monogamous at 69.
What age did you become a monogamous?
Today.
This is a reactive action he's having. Nigga.
Okay,
like,
but go ahead.
No, what I'm saying is he's had at least however many years where he's been quote unquote outside doing what he was doing to actually work on these things. Like he could have actually took the time to work on these things, like working on learning how to love. That's my
Taking
point.
Accountability is one thing, but
you're in your
trying to correct it is
the
a
other half.
totally different thing.
How he try?
I can say I'm wrong.
But how is he
forever,
trying?
but if
No.
I'm not going to fix it.
How is he trying to correct it? How is he trying to correct it when?
Still scarred for being
The
that's what it is.
No. The young man asked him a question when he told them now, and from him saying now, the young man took offense, saying you basically too late. It's too late for you to do that now, and that's where he's wrong, in my opinion. Because who is you to tell us? Who is you or anybody else to say it's too late for a person to learn?
The problem wasn't how that young man spoke to that, Clifton Powell. It was the fact that at a table where you're supposed to be finding common understanding as black men, that brother decided to deviate from the clip, like deviate from the program, right? And he got emotional and he wanted to project, and he deviated from the fact that that older man was there on his own volition to have a conversation. He didn't owe that young man no accountability at all, right? Right? Because to me, what I saw was an older brother thinking that he was going to try to impart some knowledge that, hey, man, maybe you can get to be 69 and have to learn some new shit. I'm willing to be open and vulnerable to express to y'all. I went through that. Because in a larger context, these young brothers was fake protecting black women in the conversation. Black man is the one you're really lashing out with because he's the one that caused hurt. There's a reason why you haven't talked to your father, my guy, right? Heal that. Still, you still got work to do. So before you sitting out there pointing your fingers, work on the shit that you clearly are bleeding from in that conversation.
But okay,
70's late,
hold on,
bro.
let me
No,
ask you a
that's
question.
not.
The same way we say a woman loses value. I'll be keeping it above. The same way we say a woman loses
I didn't
value
say that.
from kids, or what it was
Go ahead,
said,
go ahead.
a man loses value kind of in age.
No, he don't.
You don't know how to love.
No, you don't. If you still got some type of emotion, some type of financial stability, you ain't out of the mix. You always still in play. That's facts.
I know he cannot say at 70 years old he gave all he could in an effort for love, for instance. So he can't sit here and say he tried.
He didn't. I don't think he was saying that.
But that's kind of the point. I think it's like this. Women have Vivica Fox to kind of not be like, and now got Clifton Powell to not be.
I ain't even gonna go there because again, the man was asked a question. He answered the question truthfully to his truth.
Well, my issue is he's blaming generational trauma, and it's like
That's true.
No, it's not true.
It is true.
It's his lifestyle.
How about that?
If
That's a
he's an
lifestyle.
actor
He is
on
a
the road,
generation.
he's gonna have access to more women than the average.
But
9 to 5-er.
generational trauma,
That's a weak excuse.
That's not weak.
We're
bro.
all
That
descendants
is-
of slaves.
that's
We all
no-
have generational
I just
trauma.
gave
That
you
celebrities
I
getting
just
poom
gave you
That's all it is.
Hold on,
He
pause,
had access to
pause.
massive amounts of poom
Pause.
poom.
I- no.
He took advantage of it,
Back
and
up.
that's
Well,
all
okay,
this
right,
is.
well,
And now it's like,
well,
all right.
there's some creed to what I'm saying here. Okay,
There's truth
There's-
to it. It's
okay
just
then.
telling us to fix it. That's
you
what I'm
can't
saying.
fix nothing.
Yes, you can.
No, how the can you fix something if you're
By
not
working on
Hold
yourself.
on, bro. You can't fix nothing if you're not exposed. Hey,
That's bullshit.
no, it's not. What I'm saying is we cannot sit here and be dismissive of it as if it's not true. It doesn't happen. Because we do know people that they just seem like their whole family just act ignorant. Why is that? Because that's all they know. They family, right?
So you
what?
separate yourself from them.
How can you separate yourself
By
if you don't
leaving,
know
'cause
how
you're an
to?
adult.
By leaving, you can't blame.
Join the
Like I'm
army to
saying,
leave their
you
family.
right.
How long can you blame your
I'm
parents?
about to say, my dad got
How
up in the
long can you
military
blame your
underage
parents
just to get
and
away.
You're a grown ass, I mean, a super grown ass man. How long can you blame others when you are super grown?
Zion. What if he has generational trauma that causes him to eat?
The Clifton Powell Roundtable Chef's Kiss. It was a blessing because it shows us black men are healing, black masculinity is transforming. As a black male therapist, it was tough to watch, but honestly, I really loved it. When Clifton said he had just learned to love, the younger brother didn't let it slide. He pressed him, the table went with it, and when emotions rose, nobody backed down. That is literal growth for the black community.
Jay-Z said, don't be Eric Benet. Don't be Clifton Powell.
Don't be Clifton
Don't be
Powell.
Clifton Powell.
Don't be Vivica Fox.
Don't be Clifton Powell. Don't be Vivica Fox.
Summer is coming. Are you for or against having a hot girl summer, meaning dating around?
No attachments, just doing you.
Or for a hot girl summer?
I'm for a hot girl summer. Girl, you're going to be hitting 60 in the summer. Me too.
Don't be Eric Benet either.
These are the blueprints of what not to do.